Come on into the Banner Press Court Sports Corner. Welcome to the first episode of Season 2 of the program here. Thanks for stopping by on your preferred podcast platform or on our website, YouTube, wherever you get the program. I'm Nicholas Hodel, sports editor here at the Brenham Banner Press, and we are back. We are so back. And we could not be excited to toss up the first serve of another packed school year of Texas high school athletics. You're not going to see a lot of changes here in the sports corner. Still got the Stars of Washington County. Perhaps the only change is a new logo for the podcast. And that's really about all we got for you. Still the same great shows you're used to from last year. And thank goodness we're starting up now because Brenham Volleyball already opens up the season Monday at Bryan in a duel against Bryan and Waller. The Cubettes are looking to bounce back this season after missing the playoffs last year. We got two big seniors that will be expected to be a big part of that bounce back with us today. Kori Levi and Antyiahna. They're both here. They're both excited. I could definitely tell, of Kori, the big smile you've got. First off, thanks so much for stopping in.
Of course.
Yeah. I know we've had a chance to talk a little bit before, part of Brenham Volleyball's media day here, of course, at the high school, and we've got a couple of them here with us at our offices here at the Banner Press. Just how excited are you guys to get things going this year?
We're really excited to start the season. I was like, whenever July hits, it's like it goes by so fast, and it's just like everything is so fast paced, and I just love the beginning of volleyball. So yeah.
Yeah, when we hit kids camp, that's for sure the start of like getting in gear and going. I think everyone's eager to get to compete.
Yeah, and I know you guys have obviously had a productive strength and conditioning camp beforehand in the summer for 6 weeks. Had the kids camp you hosted, and then you had your own team camp with some professional players coming in and coaching you guys for 3 days. Just, I mean, how fast has this summer really gone for you guys?
It's gone by really fast. I mean, I looked up and I was like, dang, it's about to be August already. But, I mean, it's fun whenever you get to play volleyball. So
yeah, it's good to speed past when it's just with volleyball, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, when you guys get into that late July, and I mean, especially now in August, it's here. Like there's no getting away from it. But you guys had those professional coaches come in. 3 of them who play professional volleyball out in Europe, in all different parts of the continent. They came here and they taught you guys a whole bunch of stuff for 3 days. Just how much did you guys get out of that camp?
yeah, I learned a lot. I just had a lot of fun learning from professionals. Just because like last year, with what we had before, it gets a little bit repetitive. But then when they came in, they just gave like a new vibe, and I just really enjoyed learning from them because they're the best. So yeah.
Yeah, I think we took a lot from them because we wanted to be like these girls when getting older, playing volleyball professionally. I think we took a lot, competed a lot in the camp.
Yeah. I mean, setting, hitting, passing, serving. You guys pretty much got the whole gamut of stuff from them. Is there any particular thing they told you to do that really sticks with you guys?
I know we did focus on being very or pursuing the ball a lot more. We had to do a lot of consequences if a ball were to drop on the ground without any effort. I think that's one thing that we worked on a lot is our effort to the ball at the camp, and I can see that it relayed back to practice.
Yeah, I agree with that. Just because like sometimes when those little, I guess we call them lucky balls, come over the net from the other side, we're like, oh dang it, but they're like, no, like at least try, like go after it, and so that helped change our mentality on that.
Yeah. I know from talking from you guys and a lot of your teammates that it seemed to be a real big mentality thing for you guys this year. It's just, I mean, how much did last year kind of build you guys up and through the off season just to prepare for this year?
Yeah, I think last year was just kind of like a gut punch for us, just because we're not used to that in the Brenham Volleyball program, and so we did not want that to happen. So I feel like it started in SAC camp. Everyone came and we were working really hard. And so we just have something to prove, and we're trying to get ourselves back into the playoffs. So I think last year kind of is fueling a lot of fire for us.
Yeah, I think the comments on the volleyball from the other sports, and I think it's fired up a lot of the seniors. The seniors are really eager. I think everyone's really eager to at least show them that we can get to that point. So I think it's going to be really good.
Yeah. And of course, you guys, and last year was kind of the deck was dealt against you a little bit. So many people left the program, had to really almost play with this entirely new unit. Of course, the district's not going to get any easier for you guys with College Station having a nationally prominent setter over there, and Lake Creek's always good, and of course Montgomery and Consol got you at home in 5 sets last year. Just how much is that? Just I know it's a long ways away. You got 29 matches in August before you even think about the start of the district, but just how much do you guys kind of think about that, and just what do you guys want to get back at?
I think everyone constantly thinks about the 5th sets. Constantly thinking about how we felt like we kind of just gave up. We felt like we had more in us than what we actually gave. And I think that everyone wants it more than we did last year. I think the mentality was a little bit off last year, and I think we've built up from that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and of course, you guys are just kind of all on the same page from what I've gathered today. The mental toughness, the drive to be better, and it seems like that's paid off with super competitive practices. From what I've gathered too. Just how much has the practice intensity really picked up for you guys this year in preseason work?
Yeah, it's picked up a whole lot. We have a lot of depth to our team, so I think everyone is super versatile, and so you always have that person who's like kind of pushing you to be better. Like if I'm not on my A game, someone else will be, or just bringing the competitive nature back to our practices, because that's something that I think we kind of missed a little bit, and now that it's coming back is really positive to see.
Yeah, I agree with T a lot. I think that having somebody be in your position to where they can take your spot or be in your position, you can, it makes you fight more to want to be better. I think, us competing against each other, really.
Yeah, and of course, and the depth isn't just an ability; it's in numbers too. There's about 20 of you guys on varsity this year. It's a pretty big group to have to really fight amongst for your spot in the court. But just how much is the additional girls and even the higher ability kind of motivated you guys to work as hard as you can?
I think that having all of the girls, we finally realized that we can run different practices, and we can, yesterday we had practice where we had 3 groups of 6 just on and off the court, and we were just competing with each other constantly. And I think that having those people there, it also lets you recover, so you're getting the best out of your reps that you're actually getting, but also it helps you sit back and look at what you should be doing from your POV, on an outside point of view.
Yeah.
And of course, we kind of break down this roster a little bit. Just kind of to start off with the hitters, like yourselves. Just how hard have you guys been working to really improve on, whether it's just more firepower, more consistent swings? Just how much has that been a big focal point for you guys?
For me, I just making sure that I'm taking smart shots, because everyone knows I like to swing, and so sometimes just not everything has to be like bang ball. Sometimes tip over the block, or just being smart and just making sure that I see the block. If I have open court, of course, swing, but if not, find your different shots, and just making sure I'm generating as much power as possible.
I would say the same for me. I'm trying to focus on not having as many mistakes, being more consistent with my ball, whether that be keeping it in play or getting a point. So.
Yeah, and of course, T still had a really solid year yourself last year. 300 kills, free 39 hitting percentage. A lot of things were really working for you, kind of more mainly in the middle of the court. Just how do you kind of back that up with an even better year now going forward?
I think just keep the same mentality, keep the same mindset. I have a great, back row. I have great setters, and so just making sure that I'm being smart and being aggressive 100% of the time. And yeah, it's just no pressure. Just keep doing what I've been doing.
Yeah, and kind of for you, Kori, I know hitting percentage may not have quite been there for you as you would have wanted a year ago. Just how do you kind of work on getting a few more kills out of balls and trying to get it, be a little more efficient?
I think I've been working on in practice being very consistent and knowing where I should go with the ball instead of just swinging. I also am trying to work on my mentality on the court, so I think that'll do a lot of changing once it gets around.
Yeah. I probably imagine positive self-talk even after a mistake is probably a big part of that too.
Yes.
Yeah, and of course hitting percentage isn't just kills, it also factors the attack errors in there as well. And I know you guys are probably both looking to limit those even more than what you did last year. Just kind of how do you kind of go about doing that?
I think just setting goals for yourself, really. I think wanting to better yourself and making those goals achievable, but a good set standard is like good for us. I think everyone has a personal goal and a team goal, and I think we're all fighting for all of it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, just what are you guys' personal goals for the year?
I know my personal goal is to at least get a positive hitting percentage. I know academic all districts up there. He probably has.
Yeah, I'm just the academic all district, of course, keeping the positive hitting percentage. I'd love to get 300 more kills or maybe even more. Also, coming off of a first team all district season, I'm trying to keep that
breaking a record.
Yeah. So just kind of keeping up with that and just
Sounds like that's already something that's being talked about, records and stuff. But I know a couple of years ago, that was a lot of the talks, milestones and stuff like that. I mean, how often do you guys kind of pay attention to what you all need to reach certain milestone barriers?
I know Logan Hayslip has talked about her milestones in digging, how she wants to take the title for Brenham. I think she's at 300 more, she said she needs. And I think that might be her personal goal, but I think everyone's fighting for some type of award.
Yeah. Logan at 653 last year, so she's already well on her way toward 1,000, which would be.
She's tracking hers with Kristen of her high school year, so she's trying to see. I think she'll get there. I know she will.
Yeah, and I know you kind of mentioned that confidence in the back row and the setters. Logan's such an integral part of that back row and keeping balls up off the court. Just how impressive you guys been by what she's been able to do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Logan's a beast. I mean, she sacrifices her body for the team. Like I said earlier, she's flopping all over the ground. I mean, she doesn't care. She pops right back up because she wants to keep the ball in play. And I think that energy translates to the rest of the back row and the rest of the team. Yeah.
It's definitely a don't let the ball drop a mentality. I mean, I look back behind me for tip coverage and Logan's there on the ground. So I think we have a lot of trust in her and all of our back row to get a touch on the ball for sure.
Yeah, and between her and Zoe, you've got a couple of really solid defenders back there who can kind of keep balls up. How have you guys kind of seen the competition for the rest of the spots kind of shake out so far?
I think we have a lot of the same positions, the same talents. I just think that it's just going to be a long, timely manner to see who wants it more, honestly.
Yeah,
and you've got 29 matches through the month of August to kind of figure that out. And I know you guys, you miss days of school, you play 3 matches in a day a lot of times during those days. It's a grueling season for you guys and myself to get to you guys a lot. But I mean, just how much of that mentality kind of kicks in when you're playing so many matches in a short period of time?
I think it's just a matter of pushing through because knowing that these moments are going to help us fight and win those long 5-set matches against these teams in our district. So yeah, it's hard on the body, but again, it helps us and it prepares us for the tough district that we compete in.
Yeah, I like to tell myself that it might hurt now, but it's going to make you stronger later. So if it takes us to a whole bunch of games during tournament season, to us dying on the court, by the time we get to district, I want to be in playoffs. We
Yeah.
want to be in playoffs.
Yeah. And of course, over these 3 weeks, you played so many matches. Coach Whalen and the rest of her staff probably gets a lot of different looks at what she wants to put out there come district. How important are those matches for you guys to be able to prove to them and to other people too that you're in that spot for a reason? You deserve to have the kind of time you guys will have.
Yeah, I think it's just important because, like I said, we have something to prove. We have a chip on our shoulder, and so having all these matches and it gives us a chance to show Coach Whalen, like, hey, I want to play here, or I want to do this, or I can contribute to this team in this way, or it shows everyone a lot of different things. So.
Yeah, I think everyone I think everyone really took it to heart us not going to playoffs last year. So I think it's really put a fire under everyone. And you can honestly tell the difference from last year and this year. And I think the seniors honestly have been very vocal about how they've wanted to be on the court and wanted to be the reason why we go to playoffs. So,
yeah. And if you can make it from playoffs out of this district, you can do pretty dang well in the postseason as well. I know you guys we've seen that in so many sports now, just how well this district typically does come playoff time. And I know you also mentioned the confidence in your setters. Brindley back. Claire will have a full season this year to show what she can do. And she did a great job, by the way, mid-year, kind of getting used to stuff and putting in.
Job.
Yeah. At least I thought she did a fantastic job. How much of those setter-hitter connections coming together for you guys with both of them so far?
I would say I have a great setter-hitter connection with the both of them. Like I told you earlier, I've been with Brindley since junior high, so she knows what I like, and if it's I don't even have to tell her. She's like, oh yeah, I got you on this or whatever. So our connection is really good. And then with Claire, like, she got thrown into a tough position last year, and she came right in, and she was super confident, and I've seen her confidence grow, and like she runs the court when she's on, and she does a really great job. So I have a great connection with both of them.
Yeah, I honestly think that the connection, we've been working on connections with hitters a lot in practice, but having Brindley for the whole volleyball season from 7th grade to now, we're always connected, always understanding, and I think it goes both ways with the hitter understanding that, like, it's not going to be perfect all the time. Claire also, she's bloomed a lot in the past couple of months or year being a setter, and I think she's going to do amazing things even with us off the court.
Yeah, and her stepping up from JV to varsity in mid-year, it really is no small feat to be able to do that.
Yeah, I give her all of her points for that because I wouldn't be able to be a second setter on varsity right off of JV.
Yeah, and I guess to kind of give people background as to how tough that is. I mean, what really is the big difference between playing JV and playing on varsity on the big stage?
I know my first year on varsity last year was a lot different from JV. It doesn't seem like it from the outside, but when you get onto that net and you're jumping with those girls and the ball's going over faster than you've ever seen before, I just genuinely think that it does take a little bit of adjusting, but it's just a lot quicker than JV would be. So I understand. And then also her first game was the Belleville game, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And that makes it way worse.
That is such a tough fixture.
Nail biter. So I honestly give her points, and I think that she realizes that she wasn't at her highest point, but now she is, and I think we're all ready to.
Yeah, I can just tell you guys are really ready to get the season going, and I know you'll have Brian and Waller coming up on Monday. What do you guys kind of expect to see there right off the rip of the 2 matches in a day?
I think they're going to be both really good matches. It's going to give us a chance to see kind of where we are and how we look against someone else that is in practice. Yeah, I'm excited to see the team dynamic actually on the court in a game setting and not each other. So.
Yeah, I completely agree on the team dynamic part. Um, I think we've been together a lot, and I think everyone has shown that they're very eager to go compete against other teams. I think there's going to be a lot of different lineups and competition in different places where everyone's put, but I think our team is very versatile. And so I think we have a lot of different players to put in different positions.
Yeah. When you have that kind of versatility, how important is that to not be set in a specific rotation all the time where people have to go in certain spots in order to succeed?
Yeah, that gets really important, especially like when district comes around, because then we have film and, some teams may be expecting one thing, but then we come out with another thing that works and that is just as effective as what we normally do. So I think having a lot of different players, we can make it work for us and it can be beneficial, just with kind of throwing the opponents off.
Yeah, I agree with T. I think it could be really positive to have multiple different lineups or just to Coach Whalen to just throw a different lineup out there and nobody's seen it on film before because we're sharing film now. So I just think that it's really important to be able to be in different positions.
Yeah. You have those two matches on Monday, then you go off in the first of your big tournaments in the Westwood Showcase tournament over in Round Rock, and I know it's a fixture for you guys to take part in that tournament right off the rip. What kind of makes that weekend special for you guys that you guys keep going back there every year?
I think the volleyball is really good over there. There's a lot of great teams. And then just aside from that, it's just a lot of team bonding that we get to do. Staying in the Airbnb, I think.
We're in a hotel.
Oh, we're in a hotel.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that's Marble Falls.
Sorry. But no, we're in a hotel. But even like with that, just being together and just the team bonding whenever we get to do the overnight tournaments and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just good volleyball and then good team time. So
yeah, it's definitely good team time. I'm a only child, so it's really like having a whole bunch of sisters with us, and whether that be we're pranking each other or laughing with each other, I think that we have a lot of fun, and I think it builds a lot of memories with the team.
Yeah,
the connections.
Yeah. Then of course Marble Falls week 2. Kind of mentioned the Airbnb you guys have set up there. Another really long tournament as far as the distance is concerned, but only a couple of days, and you guys get even more time to spend with each other there. You all looking forward to that experience?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, I know that. Yes, I know that week 2 tournament's kind of been rotating a little bit for you guys, but Marble Falls, then you guys go back to Bryan for the Legends Invitational, that Legends Event Center, which I loved. You guys are going back to that.
Yes, that was a good tournament last year.
Yeah. Just really throughout each of those tournament weeks, just how much are you guys looking to improve every week with the number of matches you guys will play?
Yeah, we're looking to grow a lot each week. We just want to do something better than we did the last time, no matter how big or small. And just building the stamina again just for the long matches that will be ahead of us. So, yeah, I think it's just great all around to have all of those tournaments back to back.
Yeah, whether that be like running new plays or running new lineups, I think the tournament season really helps us mix in a lot of different things without having to worry about district and like team count.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, those tournament games do not affect whether or not you guys go to playoffs. You guys can actually do a lot of that different stuff. Does that help you guys kind of try to take the matches with a grain of salt a little more too, knowing there's not that kind of pressure on you there?
Absolutely, yeah. Just knowing that, like, okay, maybe, we didn't have a good match this game, but it's not like, life or death. It's just, it goes on our record, but it doesn't count for district. So, just, it helps us have that kind of short-term memory and just helping us bounce back quick if something doesn't go right.
Yeah, it honestly helps us, like, learn from how we played. So, like, if we did have a bad game and everyone's just bummed and then can't play the next game, I think that'll help us realize that, like, okay, this fourth set, if we lost this fourth set and we're going to fifth set, we can't give up on this fifth set. So I think it's really going to build everyone's endurance.
Yeah, and of course, while you are still playing 2 matches in a day, you're still only playing best of threes in that spot. So when you guys, if you try to simulate a fourth, fifth set kind of experience, does playing the number of matches in a day that you do help for that, or is that something you kind of have to go into by fire a little bit?
I think playing the multiple matches helps with that, just because your body is still, it may not be 5 sets in one game, but I mean, just the back-to-back, you play and then you're off and you play again, all of that does contribute and help.
Yeah, I think tournament season is a lot like fifth set games, just because we're constantly going. And when we get into district, it's just Tuesday and Fridays and maybe a third set, fourth, fifth set. But I think tournaments really help us stay healthy and ready to go.
Yeah, I might have to use that analogy with the tournament season being like a 5-set match with me trying to get to you guys all the time. I'm gonna have to use that analogy. That's a good one, Kori. That's a real good one. But again, you guys now are the seniors of this group. There's a whole bunch of you guys being seniors as well. Just has that stunk in yet that you guys are about to start your senior year of high school?
I don't think it's actually hit yet.
I don't think it's hit me yet, honestly.
I think it's still surreal.
Yeah.
I think senior night is going to actually hit. I think after my volleyball season, it's going to hit that I'm a senior and it's all coming to an end. But
like this the last time.
Yeah, and of course, T, you still have another basketball season ahead of you as well. Does that kind of cloud a little bit that you're almost done, but with still having 2 seasons, effectively 2 seasons worth left of your Brenham Quebec career?
Yeah, it's just kind of crazy. The thing is, I'm here, I'm present, and then when it's time for that, then it'll be that. But just knowing that, like, this is my last season of volleyball at Brenham, and then it'll be basketball, it's just like, it went by so fast. It's crazy, but yeah.
Yeah, and I'll kind of, we'll start to wrap up here in a little bit, but just for the community who, I don't want to say maybe skeptical of the program after missing playoffs last year, and perhaps they're kind of holding out, at least at first, on actually getting to a few matches. What would you say to them to try to get them out to a few matches early in the year, or even especially throughout the year when district comes around and you want that big environment?
I know there's a movie called The Underdogs. That's all I know. I know that we heard it a lot in school.
A lot.
Being with the football players and the basketball players, we heard it a lot about not making the playoffs. I genuinely think that it lit a fire in everyone. And if it means we're going to have to fight, we're going to get nitty-gritty with it.
Because I'm super competitive and I do not like losing. And then after that, I don't like hearing about it afterwards. So yeah, this year I'm not taking no for an answer. We're coming after it. So.
I also think class of 2026, us seniors are very competitive. From junior high to here, we've always been competitive with each other and other teams. I think we're going to playoffs this year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I know one of the things Zoe Swerman told me is that she really harped on how scrappy this group has become and how scrappy teams do win games when perhaps others would not expect them to. You guys kind of get that sense that you guys are an ultra scrappy team who's going to give everyone a good fight?
Yes, I do. I think we have become a lot more scrappy, and the scrappy teams win for sure. Just making sure that we keep the ball alive for as long as we can. And make the big plays. So yeah, we are definitely way more scrappy this year.
Yeah, we learned that a lot last year, that scrappy teams get up there on us. So I think we've taken some key details from them and taken it over on our side. So
well, we are super excited to see you guys hit the court here on Monday. I can't believe it's already come around, but It's up and it's so close. Just a few more sleeps. And you guys are probably just so excited to get on the court for the first time.
Biting at the nail.
Yes. Unfortunately, I don't have any nails to bite, but if I would, I probably would be biting them in anticipation to see you guys compete for the first time this year. And before we officially wrap things up, I want to take some time to share some of our biggest headlines in our latest edition of the Banner Press, which came out on Thursday. Of course, the back to school section came out, gave you some good advice on when to get those crucial eye exams for our students, and the school calendar is all in here. There's a lot of good information in there. And also, it's a jam-packed front page, as per usual. The Burton Band getting a new custom wrapped trailer, and it looks fantastic. Nick Irene does a good job covering that for us. Also, Washington County getting a new human resources director. The Brenham ID board weighing teacher raises. I know the teachers, they cannot get paid enough for all they do for you guys, and that is certainly the case. And also the Burton City Council talking about road improvements in their latest city council meeting. And over on the sports side, got a good story from Nick Irene on Steph Spivey taking over the cross-country program, seeing if we can find some improvement there on that side. Small story as well that on the Brenham Pride competing at the Junior Olympics recently, and a few good photos of the Brenham freshman football team having in their first practice. It's all coming together here really, really quickly in the sports calendar. And to receive that local information, all of that, coverage in Brenham Volleyball, and a lot more that'll matter to you, you can subscribe on our website, BrenhamBanner.com, or you can call 979-836-7956 and let the folks here at the Banner Press take care of you that way. Again, our website, BrenhamBanner.com, or you can call 979-836-7956. Episodes from last year, future episodes of the Sports Corner will also be on our website. Right on the homepage, you can scroll for the Banner Press Sports Corner section, the Banner Press podcast section, rather, and it'll be all right there for you. Photo galleries throughout the year, because we take so many good photos of you guys throughout the year. Also on our website, BrenhamBanner.com, it's a one-stop shop for you to get all of that very important Washington County information. Again, thank you guys so much. We cannot wait to see you get out on the court on Monday for a couple of matches I know will be very competitive against a couple of solid 6A schools. I've been Nicholas Hodell. That's been Antyiahna. That's been Kori. Have a very good rest of your week, and we'll catch you here next week on the Banner Press Sports Corner.